Right, here it goes. Hello, welcome to episode 62 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Stockport County. I've had a few mates come up to Sheffield. We've enjoyed ourselves through the weekend and I'm feeling rather fragile today, okay? So there's a word of warning straight up. Also, my nan is not very well. So in this state, I have been tasked with looking after 4 dogs. So if there's any background noise, you probably know why. We might have some interaction with doggos. Honestly, this could be a chaotic mess, this episode, but let's try and make it not that. It's going to be our first games in the Premier League. We are Premier League. Yes, we are. But to round off our championship season, we're going to go into the squad hub and do a little squad report. Hey! Yeah, come on, Noodle. Let's do a squad report. Go on, get up on bed. Oh, there he is. Fantastic. It's Ray Lopez has gone up by 3 to a 76. Daniel Cavallaro up by 4 to a 76. Paul Ntege up by 2 to 73. Antonio Crieto up by 3 to an 82. Mutasumi, sadly, only up by 1 to a 70 overall. Perry NG, now 30 years old in game, 71 overall. Kenny Murray, 72 overall. Vladislav Duda, 77 overall. Riley Sanders going up to 80 overall. That's a +2 jump. Bustamante going up by 3 to 81. The 22-year-old Brazilian. Cabasau, 78 overall, a jump of 2. Alberto Soto's gone from 74 to 77. Very nice. Victor Pepitska, he is an 80 overall. No changes there. I think he has changed at the start of the new season. He's now up to 81. Marcus Toland up by 2 to 78. Dominic Sandor, 71 overall, +1 there. Jang Sung Chan, +3. He's gone up to 78 overall. Jimmy Gallagher, +1. The Northern Irish central midfielder, now at 75 overall. Sal Pineda, he's gone up by 3 to 71 overall. Lovemore Kosipula up by 4 to 72 overall. Matthias Stojkovic is up by 3 to 73 overall. Andre Belbel up by 2 for 78. Coit Cook up by 2 to 73. And Diego Caballero up by a massive 5 because I think we changed his position at the start of this season. Joshua Poli up by 3 to a 72 overall. Juicy Johns had a nice growth of 3 up to 82 overall. Damian Ellis up by 1 after the really nice finish to last season. Giuseppe Pegoraro was at a little... who's had a little bit of a makeover in the summer. Well, he went up by 2 at the end of last season. Romano Cox, 76 overall from 75. Johan Miranda up by 2 to 80 overall. Socrates Alves up by 1 to 81 overall. Rafa Reina has that jump of 4 thanks to the loans. Lam Kai Cheong up by 3 to 71 overall. And Carlos Azuna has jumped up by 4. Now, if you have seen the Where Are They Now episode, you will know all the transfers, the ins and outs of the club during the summer, but I think we do have some footage of signing some players up, so we're going to try and do that whilst we talk about these transfers. Big thanks to everybody who popped in the live stream whilst we were doing the Adder Players, the Adder Wonder Kids, and whatnot, all the admin that goes into the pre-season, weak foot fixers, height fixers, name fixers, they've all been applied. So let's go to the transfer history. One of the transfers that we've made this summer is apparently not showing up on this screen. Sorting by the earliest date, Namjalin is out on loan. Then we got rid of Diego Caballero, £10.3 million onto PSV. We signed up a free agent left wing back with a low overall, but it has great attacking stats, so changing position and could profit quite nicely from that signing. How about this for a central defensive midfield pickup? His name is Ngugwe Batista, overall 75, with showing great potential. Maybe a whiff of legendary player in the making with that name, with the stat spread, you never know. Stojkovic was sold for £12 million. Now his valuation's only 7.5. I think that is a very, very good deal. Romano Cox moved to Lazio for £16.3 million. Lam Kai Chung was the next to pack his bags. That was a sale of £5 million. Then we brought in Wellington Steinbach, the player that we absolutely needed as the secondary left-back for the club. It was the only position that we didn't really have much depth in. Sol Pineda was sold for £4.35 million. Then Dominic Sander was the next one to go up $4 million to AS Monaco. An amazing deal for that side. We brought in a Brazilian striker who you might have seen through the series beforehand. He was playing for Sao Paulo prior to this season, but his contract expired with the Brazilian club and we signed him as a free agent. However, he wasn't the Brazilian striker that we wanted. Certainly not. Ronnie Valdo of Paranense, I hope I've said that right, is an absolute God. I think 82, 83 overall, 93, 94 potential. I just have this feeling that this is going to be an insane player. Maybe like a similar feeling to R9 when he started emerging from the pack. And the final signing was a very surprising one from our last episode, the Where Are They Now episode. The central defensive midfielder Alvaro Saiz, who you might remember from way back when I think we sold him episode 10, episode 11. Don't get me wrong, I know certain commenters back then did say that Saiz had way better attacking stats, but I just didn't have the patience with him, and I probably should have, because he has developed into a really nice attacking player, and we got him for an absolute deal at £3 million. He's only 71 overall as a CDM, but once he turns into a central midfielder or a winger, that overall is going to absolutely shoot up. 80 on his dribbling, 77 on his passing. It's his defending letting the side down. Give him less of a defensive role and watch him shine. If we don't need him or want him, we can always sell him on for a tidy profit. And it's been really interesting working towards Posh Cuts' board objective of zero finances going into the Premier League. It's penny pinching to the absolute max here, but we've done it, and as a thank you, this is what Posh Cutsy has had to say. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. Thank you ever so much for not spending crazy in the summer. Because of your sensible actions in the transfer window, we've been able to secure funds for a stadium upgrade. Yay! Stadium upgrade! And just like magic, it has been done. Enjoy the bigger stadium. Toodles! Oh, them vocal cords are getting stretched. Dogs, 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 dogs making noise. Oh, please stop. Please shush. Now, the player that didn't pop up in the transfer history for whatever reason is Guy van der Loon. What a strange name to give an English footballer. And that just intrigued me to have a look at what kind of player he is. He's got slightly good potential, I think just over 80. However, what really forced this transfer through on an underwhelming midfielder, let's be honest here, only 70 overall, is that second wind trait. Might as well give him a go. Good luck, Guy van der Loon. You've got a long, long way to become a first team player here, but why not? Especially with the second wind trait, he could be very, very special for us, and it would be a pretty epic story. Can't remember where I actually signed him from. The footage will be on screen right now. Oh yes, Perry NG. Big news on Perry NG. In real life, he was voted Cardiff City's Player of the Season and Players' Player of the Season. That is incredible. Perry NG showing up big time in the Championship. What a guy. Shush baby please. This is one of the three little that's making all the noise. Hey, it's a Friday night fixture, so probably the first fixture in the Premier League. Big time. We're kicking it all off at home against Wolves. In real life, Wolves have not had a good season whatsoever, but I would imagine that their overalls in FIFA, paired up with the fact that they've got Wonder Kid Juan Vitti on the wing, probably make them a tougher outfit in-game. This is the first proper test of the sliders, and if we beat Wolves here, obviously with the state that I'm in, yes, it will need to get more difficult. Stockport against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Oh, coming up next, scenes from Definitely Not Stockport, as people from Definitely Not Stockport walk to a stadium that Doesn't even look like the Stockport Stadium anymore. Get it all going, mosaics out. I think we had Creato on the tifo. Oh, Pegoraro looking like George Best. Oh, Jang Sung gets tripped up. He's still going, is Jang Sung Chan. Looking for the long shot, the opening goal. It'll be history for Stockport County. That slide tackle looked like it was a bit dangerous, but the referee's happy to play on. Through ball, Damien Ellis wants to get a taste of the action. There's Pegoraro's new look and an early yellow card as he slid in a little bit too late on the goalkeeper. You might be thinking to yourself, oh man, he has let himself go. Yeah, I think with all the stresses that he carried through the last season, the fact that we didn't get promoted because he couldn't score, essentially the season beforehand, for him to get out of that situation and finally see Stockport go up because of his efforts, I think it's fair to say that he's had the summer to remember, or essentially forget, like I forgot most of what happened last night. Juan Vitti has got shoved off the ball, love to see it. I think a reasonable expectation of this year would be about 8th place. Sounds pretty high, but I think at the start of last season, we were probably good enough to not get relegated from this division. So another year of development and mainly another year of some really good football, really good performances, leads us to this point. Damien Ellis trying to stretch out and win that ball. Just worth noting that Juan Vitti has done nothing in this game so far, much like his namesake from FIFA 15. Finally, Bustamante steps in. This is Juan Vitti driving into the box. Matthias gets denied by Lopez. See, I'm not really too fussed on this stadium. I think it does have some lighting problems in like midday, which we'll probably find out soon. Probably have to play all the daytime games in overcast conditions, but it does make a bit of a difference from East Point Arena. Right, 2 shots, only 2 shots for Stockport. XG 0.7 is not actually that bad though. This is Toland fighting off Juan Vitti, and up it goes. Lander Pegoraro, go on mate, to open it up for Stockport County. 1-0 to the home side. And Pegoraro is here in the top flight, banging in stuff like that. So come on, Pegoraro, Stockport Italiano. He said ciao, 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 but he's back forever now. Let's tweak these sliders on the fly. I think I know what needs to be done. Pass error just needs to be put up for the user. Maybe to 60. Probably give us a more balanced game. Of course, any sliders that stick will be posted in the description of my slider video, okay? So you guys can copy it into your own game. Oh, he is onside, and there is a Juan Vitti in the middle. I think it's Dodo. Dead as a dodo, that shot. Really? Is there a man called Dodo for Wolves? I'm on the search for a Dodo. You're not Dodo. You have got an absolute chance to equalise that Lopez has stopped with some conviction. You're not Dodo. You're Juan Vitti. Get out of my life. Almada with a massive chance. They could just drop it in here.
Squash.
I tried to jump the wall and it just didn't jump.
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
Stockport's in the Prem. When's the game against City? We need protection. Presume it's Tapsoba running up and down the net like an idiot. It's an absolute gift. I mean, how could you miss that? 1-1. Cross. Yes, hell of a cross. Toland over the bar. Lovely switch by Creato. Socrates don't really know where he's going there. Almada, why am I sliding in? That's a bit silly. Lopez pushes away for a corner kick. Just need one chance. It seems like that chance is going to fall to Wolves rather than us. That'll be taken away by Giuseppe Pegoraro. Socrates is the furthest forward for us. Hold up play. Gain lucky there as well. Alberto Soto, Damien Ellis just drops it back. Hopes for the best. It taps over against Ellis. Marvellous save. And they've not called for a penalty there. Little bit of a late challenge. I must have missed the moment where they brought Rodrigo onto the field. What are you doing at Wolves, Chief? Socrates down the wing. Please get a good crossing. It's Pecoraro! Beautiful! Get in there, lads. Socrates, me baby. Philosophize me. Whoa! Go on, bell to Ellis. And a touch. Oh, absolutely done. That is marvellous. What a goal, mate. Limbs about in the first Premier League game. Oh, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Lopez on the big stage, giving it some big ones. Maybe he was trying to mate with the grass there. What a touch by Damien to get around Tapsoba. Not the best of finishers, hard and low, underneath the goalkeeper. Cheers, thank you very much. That's the win for Stockport County. And your boys up front, well, they are continuing that form from last season. Just in a better division. One clearance out. Bell into Pecoraro, and that should be full time. Great way to start the season, lads. Even though he didn't make any, magnificent saves, some important match highlights here for your Ray Lopez. He features heavily 5 times on the match highlights. Second best to Socrates Alves, who was player of the match. Wolves, 14 shots, could only score 1 goal. Superstar in the net here. There is an offer on the table for one of the backup goalkeepers, Paul Ntege. Now, with Cavallaro potentially returning as that backup goalkeeper, is there much of a future there for Paul Ntege? Do we need 3 keepers? Yeah, possibly. £2.85 million ain't really going to do as much in the short term. And we are looking at potential moves here for Hamza Ben Slimane, but seems to not want to go anywhere. Lugano, the next club to tempt him out of Stockport. Ooh, Reina loan offer from Ajax. He's moving up in the world, man. Give him another loan glitch. No problem. We're having a bit of experimentation here. Rael and Miranda up front for Stockport County will be away against Bournemouth. Steinbach will get his debut. Cabasau to get a start. Kite Cook in the Premier League where he belongs. I think that's absolutely spot on. It's Bournemouth against Stockport. Bournemouth with Kevin Linganzi up top. Linganzi gets the first touch of the ball. Dada Bustamante trying to step out from defence, gets 3 tackles, successful tackles, and then sets it up to Kite Cook. Amazing play. Cocardinho. Oh, nothing so far from the Estonian. Linganzi's through. And there's Lopez with a lovely save. There he is, big shot. Saw a tiny sighter on goal, but those centre-backs have been right on his case. Damien Ellis is on our bench. If we want to bring him on, I would like to bring him on against his former club. There's a whipping. Oh, go on, Jang Sung Chen. Finally something to do for Jang Sung Chen. Johan Miranda probably should have put that in. Real! No! Cabasau should have seen it down the line. Sanders blocks the Linganzi shot. Probably destined to be wide. Go for a goal kick. Still really, really good defending, though. Oh, Linganzi!
Swish.
No! That's a good save. Defending rather magnificently. The grand plan is all coming together. We've had a little bit of a tester with some of the new guys. Steinbach's looked pretty solid. He's probably been the most successful of the new recruits. Let's now go and bring on Damien Ellis. Maybe even a bit of Victor Pepitska in the middle. This will surely turn the game around. That's got to be a goal kick, yes. It's defensively sound from both teams so far. But I think the heat is just about to be turned up. Damien Ellis into Cucardinho! Cucardinho! What a goal, son! Cucardinho. What is going on with that guy? Man looked like he had an adult head on a child's body. No, seriously, is Linganzi actually defending for Bournemouth? It must be one of them strange substitute glitches. At the moment, the striker is at left back. And at the moment, Bournemouth have got something dangerous going on. Lovely stop by Dada Bustamante on the turn. Damien Ellis will get out of trouble here. That is some magnificent defending. Yeah, Linganzi is still at wing back. How is he going to hold Juicy John? I asked them questions. Outside of the foot shot. Stopped by Costa. And what a ball that is. Carabao ain't going to be chasing that anytime soon. Slide tackle is awful. There's Lopez. Should be a substitution here now, taking Linganzi off the field. Or are you still sticking him at wing back? What is going on? They could have done with that killer man up front for them final moments, Bournemouth. I don't know what you're doing. Stuff like that gets you relegated pretty swiftly. Hey, you know, this game, FIFA 23, can't be critiqued in any way, shape or form because it's absolutely flawless. More shots for the home side, more madness from our defence, and way more clinical. Looks like Referena is one step closer to going out on loan to Ajax. FC Cologne want Kenny Murray on loan. There's a pretty naff Carabao Cup fixture here. Aston Villa will see twice this season anyway, so we will pass on playing this game. We'll set up a visual sim. Pegararo is open. Plays it across. Ellis. Nice, unselfish work by the two strikers. We're up 1-0. Nice overlapping run. Steinbach gets an assist. Giuseppe Pegararo makes it 2-0. Oh, that's in. That is it. Vladislav Duda with his first touch of the match makes it 3-0 from a corner kick. I mean, it's very certain at this point that we are advancing to the next round with a clean sheet as well. We're getting a cutscene of Real walking into the building, even though he's been a Stockport player for about 2 weeks. I've got to say, it's very interesting timing from the game. What it meant to show is Referena going out on loan to Ajax. I would say good luck to him, but I'm bringing him back straight away. And that immediate recall has boosted him up to 70 overall, +1, with his potential now at 79. Not bad going. Back on the loan list. Alvaro Saiz is ready to become a central midfielder. From 71, he goes up to 74. That's not as high as what I thought. Socrates Alves, back as a winger, moving up to 83 overall. We're getting close to the full agreement of Kenny Murray going out to Germany for this season. Now, has all that Saudi Arabian money actually hit Newcastle United here? I don't think it's that good. There's a few standouts. Shaw might be getting on. Now, 2027, Jota may be a bit of a danger. Calvert-Lewin, I don't know how much he grows. It's not striking me as a very difficult side, though. I'm sure 2027 Newcastle United in real life will be such a handful. Gives me faith that we're going to win this one. Coy Cook starts at Stockport against Newcastle. We do need to up James Tolan's defensive work rate. Oh. We really need to do it because that animation screams that Jang Sung Chen's about to get a red card. Poor time to be getting a sending off. Poor challenge. Tolan's got so much to do now. We might have to sacrifice a different position. Damian Ellis trying his best to keep the ball moving. It's Giuseppe Pegararo wide. Still, we look really dangerous attacking. We've got to half-time 0-0. Great defensive work again, man. Let's move Jang Sung Chan out of here. Toland as the central centre midfield player with the wing backs playing as inverted as they possibly can, with Carabao being a substitution at half-time. Creato and Carabao, of course, started as midfielders. Toland just about gets there. Lovely ball by Carabao. In we are. And that is Damian Ellis scoring. Think we've nailed this, boys. What a shambles this Newcastle United team is. Great through ball between Socrates and Ellis. Next game will be the big tester. Manchester City, they won't be disappointing. I mean, we know how rich you are. How can you not be doing anything? Ball's been played across. And still they can't score. The timer's ran out. And we'll keep this in possession. Whistle blows. Massive win for Stockport County. Love to see that we've been drawn in the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. You know, an opportunity to face up against League 1, League 2 opposition. Nah, Villa and Liverpool. Enjoy that. Thanks, I will. Cheers. This is Kenny Murray going out on loan to Cologne. Oh, Luke Shaw has moved to Cadiz. I mean, his performance was one of the better ones at Newcastle. Clearly, they weren't very happy with him. To be honest, they shouldn't be happy with any of the lads that started that game. There's another loan offer on the table for Referena. Maybe it's going to be a tight squeeze to get Carlos Zuna out on loan. 4 hours left in the window. Don't think that's going to happen. No chance. Hamza Bensley Marne, £2.5 million offer coming in 2 hours before the window closes. I think the only one that's going to happen right at the death here is that Rafa Reina loan, and it's been confirmed. Could you imagine? You've been loaned out to Ajax, you've come back, and then you get loaned out to Feyenoord? Oh, that's a frosty reception right there. Fortunately for Rafa Reina, we're going to bring him back again, but that'll be done in between the episodes, because we are now going to sign off. Comment section. RS has suggested a new type of series that I could do in the summer. You should make a run with the worst players only to see what you can do. So in my mind, what I'm thinking, like, youth squad legends, but you only keep the really bad players at the start. Every single year you can have a pool of regens, and the worst regen that you sign up, they stay, everybody else goes. And there's a lot of comments pointing out how generous Pegoraro was at the end of last season to miss that final chance that meant he was going to share the golden boot with Damian Ellis. Did he mean it? Did he not mean it? Answers down in the comments section. You can build that storyline up yourselves. This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. It's been a bit hectic. I'm glad to be at the end of it. We shall look into the sliders and how to increase the difficulty. Your perception has probably been skewed because just of how bad Newcastle were. I can't really emphasize that enough. Newcastle were just horrible. But even so, yes, they do need to be tweaked a little bit. I mean, simple fact of the matter is that Stockport might be a better outfit than what we think they are in the Premier League. Like, you got the 84 and the 86 up front. Alves is 83. Regardless, I don't want to give myself the Premier League trophy or the Champions League trophy without having a significant fight to get them. Making it really tough to get those pieces of silverware makes it rewarding. Big thanks to everybody on the right-hand side supporting me financially on Patreon. It's a new month. There's a couple of Patreon payments that have not gone through. So if you want to add yourself to that kind of financial support, because it is a big help for everything that we do on this channel, then go ahead. The link's down in the description. It would be massively appreciated. And yeah, just thank you ever so much for keeping on watching this series. You guys are absolute legends. Take care. Bye-bye.